I love the internet.
I love
the internet.
The interweb.
Yeah, exactly.
Sean Connolly's here. Send him up. We have an absolute legend in the house. He is the brains behind Ireland's YouTube sensation, the Try Channel. This is Pop That Bubble. To go back to the Tipperary, because
Yes.
I want to go back to this.
Okay.
You are from Tipperary.
I'm from Tipperary. I was born in Dublin, lived in Dublin until I was 4, then moved to Tipperary and grew up as a culture and returned to the big smoke after college, so maybe 2021.
There is allegations here that you are the
I knew this was going to come
child
up, yeah.
of Bono and Enya. You are in fact their love child. Is this?
Yes, I used to run around their castle.
Yeah.
And I used to get in a fight with Enya's cats.
Okay.
And that's why they sent me off.
And rumor has it you are so successful because you are the nepo baby of
Yes,
these,
yeah, I'm the
people.
original Nepo baby.
The original, yeah. You not only invented the internet, but you invented nepoism.
Yeah, I'm Neponymous
Neponymous.
for being the original Nepo baby.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
wonderful.
Look,
stuff.
it's a curse,
yeah.
but sometimes also a gift.
Yeah,
Much like Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man.
Are you comparing yourself to Spider-Man?
If I could compare myself to any superhero, it would be Spider-Man, yeah.
I think you give a Clark Kent.
Oh, thank you. I could do Clark Kent. Not the Zack Snyder Clark Kent. Literally any other version.
Or Wolverine. You have the
I
hair.
could do Wolverine, yeah. Grr.
You're kind of nerdy.
I'm a massive nerd, yes, hugely nerdy. I like comics were my big thing growing up, comics and books, and then I've always been a Marvel superhero kind of guy all throughout my life.
And do you engage with that kind of stuff online? Like, is that like podcasty stuff? Or
Podcasty
like,
stuff,
what
yeah.
world?
I would have, not as much podcast stuff. I think I used to, growing up, I would have always...
Listening, ew.
Yeah.
If I can't see you, I don't want it.
that would have been a lot of the internet, I guess, stuff that I would have consumed growing up. I definitely, the places that I used to get into a lot of arguments online as well. I used to be a big commenter.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
To comment or not to comment? That is the question. You like to comment.
Now, my opinion would be don't
Valid.
comment. My opinion would be don't comment.
Okay.
But and definitely in the past few years, I've started to make myself comment less. Like I will type out something, I'm like, and then read it and be like, what are you doing? This is like, you don't need to argue about what's currently happening in the Spider-Man comic books with someone else. Delete the comment, move on with your life. It's not that important.
But I would say there's people who will, but when you post things, you do want people to engage.
Absolutely, yeah.
Engage with the comments below, something that you like about us. No, you want people to engage, right?
Yeah.
But I find that people tend to only comment if they have something bad to say. Not exclusively. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So should we, if we do like online content and we are enjoying it, should we actually send a message to be like, good job, I'm enjoying this?
I do think so. I think, because you're absolutely right. People are far more likely to be like, I hated this, I don't like the look of this person, versus if they like something, they'll just like or share or whatever. Which makes sense, I guess. But yes, we should probably start a new wave of positive commenting. A more recent comment issue that I had, I don't know when this is going out, but this happened in or around the Eurosong time.
It's not going out anywhere. This is...
This is fine. Samantha Mumba was in the Eurosong, and her song was fine.
Yeah.
There was judges, and they said, Samantha, your class, but the song wasn't really there.
Yeah.
So then on Instagram she posted about her time, and she said the judges can eat a bag of emojis, purple emojis.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I commented on I was like, well, I thought what they said was fair, and I understand getting art criticized probably doesn't feel great, but they seemed pretty, on the ball, and they were there to do a job, so I don't think anything happened. And
did she come for
She
you?
replied, yeah. Now, I don't think she agreed with me like, yes, there should be judges, but they should be more qualified and all that kind of stuff. So there wasn't a huge argument, but there's definitely, she's been kind of on the warpath, and there's been a lot of commenting. That's the most recent comment that I did that got a bit of like
it's interesting.
Interaction.
It is really interesting because it's someone like Samantha Mumba. I don't know why I'm starting beef with Samantha Mumba. But anyway, you think people like that would have more media training? It's like they like...
It's a weird one. Now, then again, if there's a new album coming out,
Yeah.
she has now been in the headlines for the past week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, if it's publicity, then yeah, absolutely. So
Oh God,
I don't approve of it, but I'm like, oh, well, now I see why you did it.
Yeah.
Because you've got something coming out. So you have to be like,
it's a bit of rage bait.
in the sphere. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh man.
There you go.
So I also have further allegations.
Yes, of course. Look, I knew these were all going to come, okay?
It's been said that you have a condition.
Yes.
Of a person who has a face like they spend too much time on Reddit.
I'm an over-Redditor.
Yeah, you're an over-Redditor.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Reddit's actually probably the place I spend the least amount of time.
Oh, so you're coming out against these allegations as completely false.
I'm not a Redditor.
Oh, you're not a Redditor.
I'm saying it right here, right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I know. I've always been. Tumblr actually was a big one growing up.
We haven't had anyone.
Big
we haven't
Tumblr
had
head.
anyone.
Big Tumblr
Is
head.
yours really sad?
Mine was
Or embarrassing?
So mine was started when I was in college. So I went to University of Limerick, and in your third year, you basically just go away on work experience or work placement. So I went to Wexford.
Wow!
Yay! Wexford, the fancy.
We're so multicultural.
The Florida of Ireland, as many people say. No, so I went there and I was pretty much living on my own for about 8 months and just got into Tumblr. And I used to just do random stupid things. I did a dramatic reading of Justin Bieber one time, and that got a few notes.
Got a few
notes, yeah. That's what they're called on Tumblr. They're not retweets, they're notes.
Yeah.
I just used to be on it the whole time, and yeah, it was a fun time. Tumblr has a very particular vibe.
The thing about Tumblr is it felt like a secret.
Yeah.
Like no one knew it was you.
No one look at my Tumblr.
Don't look at my Tumblr.
Don't look at my
like,
Tumblr.
but what? It's really interesting because we were kind of talking about this, like against Pinterest. Is like, it's kind of a space that you just stay in. But
Yeah.
like, unlike Instagram, where you want those likes, you're chasing something.
Yeah.
I felt like it was like the opposite on Tumblr.
A lot of people's Tumblrs as well are just like username, and it's very rare you'd see the person behind the Tumblr.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was fun. Yeah.
Unmasking the man behind
It's me.
Tumblr.
Yeah, even though I use the same username that I used across every possible social media.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Do you know that still exists? I hope you know this.
Yeah, no.
We have it right here.
I think a few years ago I did our privacy settings. I was like, I don't know if I want to delete it, but I'm going to private everything possible.
Yeah.
So it can't be searched and can't be accessed and can't be whatever. So I think only I can get it now. Is this weird little snapshot of my time in 2013.
It's like a time capsule.
Yeah, completely.
I enjoy that because I have it. Why am I admitting this? I have some sad poetry.
Nice. Yeah.
Some bad, sad poetry.
Perfect place for it.
Yeah.
Perfect place for it. Yeah.
Completely accurate. But
Yeah.
it's like that exists in the world, but I cannot bring myself to get rid of it. I'm like,
Yeah, and you kind of don't want to as well, because
Yeah.
like the more time that passes, you're like, oh, there's me.
yeah.
There's me then.
Yeah. Were you on the Bebo?
Yes, Bebo was my first one.
Bebo was my first
Bebo was my
love.
first. Bebo was my very, very first social media. I was on Bebo for a long time. I used to. So when Bebo died, I was quite sad because I had a lot of photos on there.
Yeah.
I used to take a lot of pictures. I think the first camera phone that I had was.
You also invented the inventor of the digital phone.
Just saying, I am the number one for all these
Yeah.
things. First camera phone I had was like a little Nokia. I forget what it was. Maybe a 6310i, possibly.
Right.
But it had little tiny 1 megapixel camera, and you could take loads of little pictures. But when Bebo died, I was very sad because I had a load of photos. A few years later, they came back up and they were like, "We're a new app now, but if you log in with your old details, we'll send you like a zip folder of all your old photos." And I got them, and there was 5,000 photos.
Because that was the thing. When we went on nights out, like,
Yeah.
we used to take 1,000 photos, like
Yeah.
a night.
Yeah.
A night.
With digital cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it must have taken us hours to upload.
Yeah, just little SD cards going to the computer. Like,
Yeah.
oh, these 45 megabytes. I can't wait until they transfer in 5 days.
I remember as well, I had this really dodgy camera that if you deleted one photo, chances are you just deleted like a whole
Yeah.
album. And it
Yeah.
was like, I remember I went to Germany
Yeah.
and just that whole trip gone.
Yeah.
Whole trip gone. Oh.
That's fine.
And like, no way to get it back.
Yeah,
you know what I
completely,
mean?
yeah.
You're like,
there was no risk, like restore or like any of those kind of apps. Yeah,
no, it was
completely.
gone.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So you got your photos back, so that's
Yes, I did 5,000 photos, detailing most of secondary school, which was crazy.
Was Bebo the one where you could have a music on the page?
Flashbox, yes.
Yeah.
Flashbox. My Flashbox. The first one was. Do you remember the hamster dance? And it was a little stick man. Yeah.
I was like, no.
It was a little stick man with a chainsaw, and he was doing a little dance, and he was killing people. That and probably some music video from back then. I don't remember.
Do you know Crazy Frog was a big scam?
Oh, as in just like ringtones and money?
Yeah. It was like done for like basically charging people for like years.
That's so funny. Yeah. And they were like, we just didn't not charge them.
Yeah.
Because they texted one time, so you know.
The years of LimeWire and all of that.
Oh God, LimeWire.
LimeWire destroyed every like PC I owned.
I have a story about LimeWire.
Oh, do tell.
When I was young, I thought I was very. I was like, I know tech, I know phones, I know internet connections, and I think when I was maybe 15, 16, I was like, Mom's phone has internet. If I plug it into the laptop, I can use the internet. Because we'd moved into a new house and we didn't have broadband for like a few weeks, and I was obviously dying. Just starving. So
you invented it.
I was like, I figured out. I'm so smart.
Yeah.
And I probably downloaded like a bunch of songs. And then a month later, Mom, very righteously, angrily, was like, Sean, why do I have a bill for €700? And I was like, I'm sorry. I just wanted to listen to Clock's Salsa remix. I'd
kill you. I'd absolutely kill you.
It was a very learning moment in my growing up, because I was marched over to the post office and the remainder of I think my communion or confirmation money was taken out to pay for it, and but I was like, that's fair. That's a fair consequence for what I did.
And to be fair, I still have my confirmation money in my bank account. So
the interest must be fucking.
Oh Jesus! It's 1 cent a year.
Whoa.
For what? Like
millions.
25 years.
Yeah.
That's oh my gosh. So that is it. Just terrify me, like how kids can just like spend.
Yes.
Are people better at it? Maybe they know how to please their kids more.
Maybe. I guess back then, because it was so.
They didn't know.
Yeah, this is the thing. Whereas nowadays everything is. I sound so old. Nowadays, everything's you can just access apps and credit cards.
I was about to say though, it's really annoying, because are you like the tech guy? Are you like, oh, Sean will set that router up for you, no problem.
Completely, yeah. And generally it's just like plug the HDMI into the HDMI slot.
Yeah.
Just setting different things up. I don't mind it, because I can just, great.
I don't. I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't come near me.
Like, don't.
Like, no, I'm like, oh.
You want the tech set up and given to you, essentially.
No, it's more so explaining, like, the fundamentals to someone is, I just can't.
You're like, no.
I just can't. No. It's not in me.
Yeah, you're like, I know how to make it work.
Yeah.
And I'm not explaining it.
Yeah, exactly.
That checks out. Yeah,
okay, so what apps do you have on your phone that are like maybe other people don't have?
One of my main ones that I've used recently is an app for blocking apps called App Block.
Okay.
Yeah. So now this may be an ADHD thing, but I'm used to be a lot more. But I pick up the phone and I'd be like, I'll just check something for a minute, and then just muscle memory tap TikTok or tap Twitter or tap whatever. Scroll for nothing. Hour, 2 hours more. And I'd like just about pull myself out and be like, what am I doing? Why? What? Get away. So this app, you can set times, days, and essentially you just pick the apps, and for whichever it's set while it's active, you click the app, and then the screen comes up and goes, no, you can't. You cannot until X amount of time.
Does it say like no? I'd like it to be like if you could like pick an emoji, or do you know what I mean?
I think you can customize whatever the screen is.
Yeah.
But
like Sabrina Carpenter being like, no.
Yeah.
Don't do it. And I'm like, oh my God, Sabrina,
I'm sorry. I didn't disappoint you. But it's funny, because it really is just that little thing of like, oh yeah, no, of course, and then I put it down, and massively for productivity, it's so useful.
Yeah. That's fair. That is fair.
So I don't know how many other people have it, but I would recommend it if you're an app person.
The blocking of the apps.
But
here, you can just turn off the app blocker.
Yes, but
I do feel a bit of shame.
It requires an extra few. You really have to be like, oh, I gotta get that
right. Yeah.
So it is just that. Well, I don't know whether it's like a psychological thing, but it's just having that little. No, what are you doing? And you're like, oh yes, of course, no.
Of course,
I don't need that.
Yeah.
But no, very useful. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Any other?
I have another app called Evernote, which I've had for I think over like 10 years. Forever Note. It's wonderful. It's simple. It's just a note app. You can throw in anything, tasks, reminders, notes for whatever you want. And it just syncs across everything. I can open it up on the computer. I can open it up on the tablet.
Oh, that is good. I was going to be like, so the Notes app.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I don't know if you've heard about it. It's called the Notes app.
It's actually pretty niche.
It's like.
But yeah, no, it just means that like I know it syncs across everything. I sound like I'm doing an ad for it. I'm not. It's actually syncs across all your devices. It's incredible.
If you get in the links below,
use my link. But no, it's good. I've just found it very useful. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I block apps and I note down things.
Speaking of the Notes app, the thing for me is, out of everything on my phone, the thing I probably wouldn't want people to see is my Notes app.
Yeah. Oh well, same, but not.
Are you like, as in, I will put any fleeting thought into my Notes app, and I'll be on a night out, and if someone vaguely laughed at something I said, I'm like,
well, that makes sense, because especially for like comedy in general, I imagine it's super useful. Mine is
fruit
like
salad.
But mine will be like shopping lists, and then like random, like you said, random idea for a novel or something like that, just like silly stuff. I wouldn't be tremendously embarrassed, but I'd be like, that's just this thing. That's this thing.
You have like a slightly more normal Notes app.
Vaguely,
Vaguely,
All
right. Okay, now that we have Sean inventing the internet, discovering the fact he is the child of Bono, we are going to break into his phone and see what he's been watching. Are you ready to bop that bubble? Right, so this is your, what on earth is...
And there we go.
Okay, so this is... Wow.
Can you tell without the sound what popular comedian, American comedian / actor that is? I also only saw this about 5 minutes before we started recording, so...
I can't tell, mainly because they look like a toxic marshmallow.
Toxic marshmallow makes sense. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah, absolutely.
I have a fascination with things that I like watching things that kind of I hate.
Fair. Yeah,
Do you know what I
get
mean?
that. Yeah, a little bit of hate watching. Yeah.
It's like, why is there, and not in a, this content is bad,
of course,
but I'm like, why do they have so many eyes?
Yes.
And I think, wow, I mean, I don't want to say I figured out like homophobia, but like,
we figured it out.
I figured it out, but like, you know that rage you feel when you don't understand something? You're like, why is this?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they feel.
There we go. So that's from Dropout TV.
Dropout. So you're a fan of Dropout?
Yes, I need to actually subscribe to it, but yeah, I quite like it.
Wait, what is this?
So this is a storybook. So there is a podcast called The Magnus Archives, and it's a horror anthology. So every episode is a different horror story. This is a horror story about a cursed children's book. That as you can see it happening. There's a creepy little spider, and in the story, eventually it ends up like killing people who read it. There you go.
You're a nerd.
Yeah, that's me.
I love that for you, but that's the thing, you know? That's for you, buddy. You enjoy that. And someone makes that for you to enjoy.
It's like vaguely, not as condescending, but slightly condescending.
Yeah, you got it. Okay.
Eurovision.
Oh, yaddy, Malta. Oh, yes.
Have you heard the song?
Slay.
Serving can't.
Serving can't.
Yeah, it's very good. Which means dancing in Maltese.
Yeah, I know, which is so convenient.
Yeah.
I do love that.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Eurovision, how you feel? Big fan, little fan?
Big fan, massive fan over the years. I wouldn't have tuned in last year or this year because of like understanding kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's so unfortunate.
Yes, like, but also I'm like,
no,
I get it.
I have to stick by it, and that's fine. But it's like, you know, when like this is how I put it right.
Yeah.
You know when COVID happened and like people started losing all their football matches and they were really upset. And I was like, whatever, it's football. Yeah. And then they cancelled Eurovision for the first time, and I was devastated.
Yeah.
And I was like, now I understand.
Yeah.
You know what? I have to experience.
No, it absolutely is. It's like I saw it. I've seen it at different parties over the years, but I think we saw it one time in the cinema, in the Lighthouse Cinema.
Oh.
It's just a huge cinema rented out to watch the Eurovision, which
was
incredible.
Fun. Yeah. Your Ukraine. Einstein Vine. That was one of my favorites.
Yes, incredible.
Danke or something. Okay, what is this?
Hey, the Muppets. I love the Muppets. So there was a Muppets TV show on ABC in 2015 that was kind of like The Office / The Muppets.
Oh, so I love that.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was really, really fun. But that's Pepe. He is possibly one of my favourite Muppets. So, big Muppet fan.
You gave Muppet vibe.
Thank you.
I feel like you could be a good...
That's a compliment.
If you were a Muppet, what kind of colour would you be?
Blue.
You know, I was thinking blue too. Blue with purple eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I give off a blue, purple-eyed Muppet energy.
Okay. Yeah. I don't want to say that you have a thing.
Yeah. This is
there's a more puppets.
This is the most like niche little. It's a guy who animates Dragon Ball Z characters and Kermit's in there. It's a really hard one to describe. It's the most YouTubey, internet-y poop thing. But yeah, that's it. There's no way I can describe this to you in a way that you'll be like, oh yeah, I get it. I see the artistic value in this.
I'm glad that you enjoy it.
Thank you.
Right, yeah, so you like puppets. Good.
Yeah.
Didn't know that about you.
Yeah,
okay, what's
puppets.
this vibe?
Smosh.
Oh, Smosh. Class.
So again, a lot of my stuff will be clips from different things that just pop on TikTok, and I'm like, haha, this is good. Smosh are one of the longest running YouTube channels. They used to be just two guys, Ian and Shane? I don't know their names. Whoops. Ian and Anthony. They were the original two, and then as the years went on, it exploded into a much larger cast, and they just do different sketches, bits and bobs, kind of like Dropout TV a little bit as well.
I feel like you can't go wrong with a mustache.
No, never.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know if I could fully pull it off, but I think...
I meant for me.
Oh, for you. Then absolutely, yeah. What's the way? Yeah.
Yeah. So you know how people wear like hair extensions?
Yes.
I want to like bring about like mustache extensions.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to grow one.
Yeah.
I just like every so often.
Just a little like. Bleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd have to open the curtains when you want to speak.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's see one last one. Joe.ie, classic.
The good old
piano, music. Okay. Do you think it's a biopic or biopic?
I would have always said Oh no, I would have always said biopic.
What?
But, no. So here's the thing. I know that's wrong. I know because biopic is what it is. Biopic sounds like something medical.
Yeah.
Yes. But also I used to read Arkansas and say, oh, Arkansas.
But I just never understood. I didn't realize that anyone would have called it a biopic.
I think it's just the way. Maybe it feels more natural to read it like that. Biopic. See, I'd say biopic if there was a hyphen.
But it's a bio. You write a bio
about
like yourself, and it's a pic, a biopic.
It's a biography picture thing. But
this is more freaking puppets. What's going on?
It's funny. It's the monkey.
What is going on? Okay, all right.
Because of the monkey, Robbie Williams, and piano and all that
Okay,
kind of stuff. Yeah.
fair enough. I feel like I had one more question, and then
probably just
ready to Claire.
Yeah, good old Claire.
Yeah.
And a fellow person who's been on the internet for years and years and years. Yeah. So
rugby.
Yeah, exactly.
Class.
Yeah.
A
new Digimon game has been announced.
You had excitement in your voice.
And this is the thing, I don't even follow Digimon currently. I used to love it when I was younger, but this is clearly the type of stuff the algorithm's like, he likes he likes anime shit.
Pansy gaming is
Pansy gaming. I believe that's what the genre is called. Like, yes, Pansy
like
gaming.
a cancel for that. Wow,
So this is very important. This is very important.
We're 3 for 3 on Pansy
Super
gaming.
Saiyan 4 has recently been canonized, Emily,
Okay.
and it's an incredibly important thing.
Okay.
I know this doesn't mean anything to you,
No.
but so it recently happened in an anime of Dragon Ball.
Oh, the TikTok promotes. What the hell is that?
Is it a fish?
It's a what's that big fish that eats it?
Anglerfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Prince. Saturday Night Live
Saturday
recently
Night
had their
Live,
big giant concert for 50 years, and a lot of people came out and did a lot of gigs. Quite funny.
Classic.
Yeah. But this is what I mean. I get a lot of random. Food stuff. I get a lot of food stuff, and it's great just watching it. Cheese. I love melted cheese.
I'd actually eat the shit out of that right now. That's a good time.
That's an
GA
ad.
for the lads.
That's an ad, to be fair.
GA for the lads.
The boys. I don't even
Do you
like
play
GA.
GA?
No.
I
have no hand-eye coordination. I swam growing up. Yeah. Because if I try to hit a ball, I just go.
It's not for you. Do you know what? We can't. You're busy out inventing the internet. You can't be playing football. Football?
I can't be playing football. I can't. Football.
You can tell we're the other kids. I'm like, the ball game. I once was in a Samba soccer ad when I was in 1999.
Yes.
I was the closest I ever got to a team sport.
Yeah.
It was pretending.
Yeah, that's fair.
Acting as one. Okay. I feel like...
So yeah, you get random podcast clips, you get random bits and bobs.
Yeah, did you hear that? There was Sprout was giving
Dublin singles treating free. No, what's
yeah, apparently Sprout was going to give you free food if you came up and showed that you had a dating app.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And like the queues were popping.
Just download one.
Yeah, I was like, this is a terrible.
Give me a salad.
You are not going to make any money off this. More anglefish.
I don't know what this is. You've revealed my anglerfish fetish. Oh God, I didn't think it would come to this. I don't know what there's 2 anglerfish videos. Yeah, sorry, that's it. I'm an anglerfish man.
And on that, I want to thank Sean for coming in, for breaking into his phone, and this has been Pop That Bubble! Oh my gosh, amazing.